Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, June 24th, the year of the pandemic. That would be 2020. I am driving to work. Oh my gosh, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm going back to work today. Now, I've been working at home for the last 3 months. But due to staffing issues, I get to go into work at least for a few days. And I'm quite excited just to get the hell out of my house and work in a different environment for a few hours. So, that also gives me the opportunity to drive in my car. It means an hour worth of driving. Who would be excited about that? Yes, I have about a half hour, 35-minute commute every day when I do work, when I work on site. And so it always gives me time to get wound up in the morning and wind down at night. And it also means during Big Brother season, it gives me time to usually record a Carcast in the morning and sometimes Periscope on the way home. We'll see what I do tonight. But I'm just kind of excited. So, what is up? Since my last Carcast was June 11th, so it's been almost 2 weeks, and I don't remember exactly what I said on my last one. That's what happens. It's like, okay, well, I looked in the highlights, and it mentioned I talked about Big Brother, the rumors about an all-star season, and it also mentions that I talked about sequester. So we'll give a quick run-through of what I know is up as of today and see where we end up at before I get to work. It is normally I would think we'd be like right there, right? Probably see, it's the weird month because it's not quite a week from now would be the end of the month. So they might not have started Big Brother this week. I don't remember what the premiere date was set to. But by now the house guests would definitely be in and sequestered. We'd have a cast list probably. And we'd be right there on the edge of actually seeing the show, or at least knowing that they're in the house, maybe getting a sneak peek inside the house. Just all kinds of things would be going on. And as of right now, the best that we know is that maybe the cast has been thrown into quarantine, maybe, and that's based on rumors. So let's get into those rumors. There's a new account that's cropped up this year, claims to be someone who works at CBS. They also tweet about, I think they started out initially just tweeting about soap opera spoilers, storyline spoilers, and they've branched out into mentioning rumors about Big Brother. So, I mean, I don't know how credible it is. We'll find out, but to be honest, to be completely honest, the things that they have put out there is nothing that we hadn't heard from other sources. Evil Dick's been tweeting lists. I've heard, names from people. And so, I mean, it does sound like it's definitely going to be a returning cast season, all returnees. I don't remember what I said last time around, so I'll probably repeat myself a little bit. Andy from Big Brother 15 tweeted this publicly that just for signing up, they get the former cast members get $40,000 guaranteed. Now, that may sound like a ton of money, but let's remember, these people will probably be, locked up for at least 2 months. And you say, well, that's a lot of money. $20,000 a month is a lot of money. Again, they are stepping away from whatever they're doing currently, whatever their work income is currently. That's straight up money. That's not with benefits. That's not with insurance. That's not with, taxes taken out. That's not with agents if they have an agent. That's not their share. So they're whittling away at that chunk of change pretty quick. So while it sounds like a lot of money, It's not a whole lot of money, especially for these people now who, back when the first time they did the show, or maybe the second time they did the show, they were, young, up and coming, willing to do anything, maybe had no permanent job. In theory, most of these people will have gotten some kind of gainful employment, or maybe they're just doing what they have been doing, but they've established a regular way to make that money come in, and now they're going to break into that for a period of time. So, while it seems like a lot, okay, I believe it, 40,000, I believe it. I also believe that a lot of them were getting more than that. That's just the baseline. This is what we promise you, 40,000 for coming in. Besides being able to win the money, some of them are probably getting quite a bit more money to be able to come in. If you're, say, a Dan Giesling or a Derek, you're going to be able to say, first of all, you really want me to come back, and second of all, I have a much, I need more money, and they'll probably pay it to them. I don't know how much more, but, some amount. So, those are a couple of names that have been thrown out there. Other names, again, I think I've mentioned all these before. I'm going to guess I had. They're saying that Paul probably may be coming back, and Josh from season 19 will be coming back, and maybe Frankie. Dominique has been a name that's been thrown out there a lot. There've also been talk about Swaggy and Bailey and Angela and Tyler and maybe Kimmy, maybe David from last season, or maybe Ovi, I don't know. He was running a campaign, but his campaign he got removed from the ticket for technical reasons, it said. So he's not running for office at this point, but he may still be like, no, I'm not going to do that again. Or he may say, hey, that'd be a good chunk of change to get me some money. Anyways, that's the names, the same names that we've been hearing. There's other names. We'll see what happens. I'm hopeful that whatever it is, that they're all there to play, that we'll get some good drama. We're not going to get any showmances probably, I wouldn't think, other than a pre-established showmances, which aren't near as interesting, other than they're very tight with each other, which puts targets on their backs if couples do go in. So yeah, it's coming. This spoiler account that's out there says July 22nd. I still don't think it's going to show up until August. I just don't. They're talking about, they're going to quarantine them for 14 days and then, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I still think the production and the staffing and the getting everything set up is what's going to keep it from being ready to roll until August. But you know what? If things don't get worse, they're talking about a spike in cases and stuff. If things don't get worse in California, then maybe they'll be able to pull it off. But I think California is one of those states that things are kind of on the rise. So there could be enough pushback that they'll have to say, you know what, we just can't do it quite yet. We'll see. We'll see for sure. That's what I got going on in Big Brother. Here's where I'm at. So, and I know where I'm at as far as my drive, and so I'm like 10 minutes out from my workplace, so I need to wrap this puppy up and touch on other things. So, Sequester, that's the online game created by Audrey. That's kind of like Big Brother, kind of like Survivor. I've talked about it. I'm going to guess I have a few new listeners right now, so I won't dwell on it too much other than to say, yep, still going on. I have played it twice, so those of you that have been listening to this forever, again, maybe there's people that listen to this normally and haven't heard me this year. I did play Sequester, and so you can watch that. You can actually watch me. You can see me play a version of Sequester online. If you can't figure out how, you can ping me and ask me, and I'll tweet out a link maybe to it today if I get a chance. Just holler at me. I mean, that's the easiest way. I'm on Twitter, BBGOSSIP. You can always email me too at ilovereality@gmail.com, and I will put out that link that where you can just click on it and start to watch and work your way through how the whole page works, which one of my friends, John, apparently finally went to watch my appearance on May 8th on Sequester. And even though I've explained it to him a couple of different times, he still didn't really understand how it works. So I know that no matter how I explain it, you guys are still going to have some difficulties understanding it until you actually try to work your way through it. And anyways, so it's still going on. They just hit 1,000 patrons. I do plan on still trying to play again at some point. Not sure when, but it is on my to-do list. It is on my wish list. I'd like to play more, but it's just a matter of it's tough. It's tough to get in at this point now because they have 1,000 patrons, and you kind of got to pick your battles. You got to know that you only get so many shots at playing this game, and right now I feel like I need to take a little bit of a breather. And it's the last time I played it was on May 30th, so yeah, I need a little bit more of a breather. Need some more time. I may do it during Big Brother. It's just a 4 to 5 hour commitment of time on a Friday or Saturday night. Obviously, probably won't be on a Saturday once we start doing our Big Brother Gossip shows. But yeah, all right. So Sequester, we talked about that. Big Brother Australia is the other thing that I want to touch on. That is going on. I don't remember when it started. This is the second week, so it's probably started like right about the time that I did my last Carcast. And we are actually, no, we're 9 episodes in. So it already started when I did my last Carcast. So we are 3 weeks in, 9 episodes in. I think I'm doing a show on it tonight on the Podquester Mini Network. I think I am. I haven't heard 100% for sure, but I may be talking about the most recent 3 episodes. But I have tweeted out links several times on how people can watch it. People still don't seem to take the time to look at my timeline to find this stuff. So a day doesn't go by that someone doesn't. If I tweet about it, somebody's going to say, how can I watch it? And it's like, guys, just look at my timeline. I know. Oh, that's one of the things that's most infuriating about Twitter. And I've talked about it before. People just seem to, be... Here's just a guideline. If you think you have a fairly easy question to ask someone, look at their timeline before you ask them if it's something they may have answered before. And how can I watch Big Brother Australia is a question I get asked constantly. I tweet answers constantly, and I get annoyed when I've tweeted an answer an hour, and an hour later someone asks me the same question. It's like, just check my timeline. I don't mean to be snarky, but it's out there. So the links are on my timeline. I've tweeted it several times. At least I think 3 times in the last couple of days. Just straight up tweets. I try not to be too obvious about it because I don't want people in Australia, the production team, to start going after these accounts or these places where they're listed and try to shut them down. Because if you do it too much, they'll get like a cease and desist. Like, you can't do this. And then they have to take it down. And then no one can watch it. So they're out there. The links are out there. And you guys can check it out. All right? I just realized that this may or may not be recording properly, so I am going to sign off. Actually, I'm close to work, too. We'll follow this up. Again, if I am going to work at least the next 3 days, I'll probably do at least another 1 or 2 of these. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, most likely. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. And be well. And again, holler at me if you have any questions. All right? We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.